Hello and welcome people of the internet. My name is JakeDragon7 and welcome back to Let's Play Shovel Knight. So in the last episode we took out Plague Knight, did some action stuff in the overworld, you know the gist. Now, at the end of the last episode I did say we're going to take on Tinker Knight next. However, I actually decided to have a change of plans real quick. We're actually going to go up here to the Flying Machine and take on Propeller Knight due to the fact that he has my favorite relic in the game and I really want to get that now. But of course to do that, well, we're going to have to take on Black Knight first. Well, I suppose the plot thickens a little bit. I don't know what that was. Anyway, though, yes, so we get to take on a Black Knight again. Alright. You can see we're getting quite a bit of use out of that spark this time around. Especially with Black Knight's constant taunting, of course. I finally, well, he finally got a hit on me, but not a huge deal. Let's finish him off here. Alright, there we go, he's down. He's just gonna run away. Before we head here, just to be safe, I'm actually gonna head back to the Chapel Pond, get myself an extra healing Chalice. So I'll just meet you guys back there. Alright, here we are, the Flying Machine. Shoveling time. Make sure everything's working right. Alright. Start off here with just hunting on some jellyfish. And jump on some fallen platforms. And one thing I do want to point out right off the bat, this level has some awesome music, of course. So does really everything else in this game, but I really do love the music in this game. Just, I mean, well, not what I really just said. But I really do love the music in this level. I feel like it is some of the best music. It's very, like, relaxing. Kind of motivational. I don't know. I like it. That's what's important here. This is a good song, and I like it. You got a thumbs up. Take it. Wow, he was just sitting there in so much pain. He literally couldn't die. It was all my fault. For killing him above an air thing. Alright though, so we are back outside, and I have to say, I really like the sunset background of this level. I think it just looks really pretty. Like the mountains and everything, it just, oh, it looks so nice. Honestly, this game does look really nice. And I feel like all the 8-bit in this game is just incredibly stylized. Alright though, so we have this level sort of, I guess, Mook Knight. Probably the best way I can explain what those would be. Alright, we're gonna run through the cannonballs here. Alright, we're gonna have across the cannonballs, and we're gonna make our way over here. That, and we'll make our way down here. So yeah, some of these propeller rats that were in King Knight's level. I feel like it's kind of interesting because clearly those rats were made to guard this area. But still, Kinglet uses them, so it's kind of interesting because you can imagine that members of the Order are kind of working together and like helping each other. I don't know, I'm probably just reading too deep into everything. I know I said some weird, crazy, like what was like, oh god, I'm gonna die. And I was saying that like last episode, like, Plague Knight was like studying Shovel Knight and trying to figure out ways to counter him. Like, this honestly does all sound really conspiracy theory. Like, it's probably all just my wild imagination from watching game theory, but I don't know. You know what? Let's overanalyze the world of Shovel Knight a little bit. From what I understand, completely unnamed lands Shovel Knight takes place in. Maybe there is a name. Maybe there's some like Shovel Knight comic that like 2 people own, and one of them is gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I like Shovel Knight. Someone's making a Shovel Knight. Let's play series. Let's watch it." Wait, they don't even know this place is called. I don't know. Shoveltopia. Yeah, that's definitely what this place would be called, without a doubt. Because I didn't grab it last time. Here for the gold. And by gold, I mean well, I guess there's gold here, but yeah. Alright, so we're gonna head back down here. Let's see, starting my charge, so. You're getting some use out of that charge shovel. And wow, that was actually really easy that time. Every once in a while, I do use the charge shovel, and it just ends up being pretty useful, but I feel like it is too slow for most situations. And that's just the way I see it. Alrighty though, so. I believe the relic is supposed to be somewhere around here, but I never am able to really find the relic in the actual level. Oh, okay, wait, that's right. Forgot about that. Yeah, I always struggle to find the relic in the actual level for this one. There's some extra stuff here. Alright. Jump across there. Yeah, I think at this point I've already missed the relic, so I'll just go back to the town and buy it after this level is over. Yeah, it is like my favorite relic. It kind of sucks that it's so late in the game, so you barely get any use out of it, but I like using a new game plus because you can have it throughout the entirety of the game. Oh, Jesus Christ, there's so many of these guys right now. Yeah, could you put any more of those in there? Great, I'd love to fight some more of those guys. It's very, very fun. Alright, so yeah. My awful sarcasm aside. Let's die due to knockback. Yeah, that's very nice. Yeah, whatever. It happens. I'm gonna have to fight like 5 of these guys all over again. No, me. And that was a pretty large jump. I'm just gonna wait a second this time around. Because of that. I should have waited. Well, I feel like what I should have done is just hit one platform to try to lure him out. And I could just hit him with a flare wand, but see if that actually works. It probably won't work. My strategies are probably just things that I think would work well, but really don't because, of course, they don't. Alright, let's see what we can do here. I feel like this area will be a lot easier if I actually had the relic for this area, though. Alright, there we go. See if I can make it across this. Alright. Taking it pretty carefully right now. Don't want to die again. That'd not be fun. You know, a lot of people say dying isn't very fun, and I mean, I have to agree with them, but I guess at the same time, you know, you can't knock it till you try it. That was very random and very morbid. But yeah, you know, you can't knock it till you try it. So after this episode's posted, I guess you probably won't be seeing. I'm sorry, that was very dark. For no real reason other than, I don't know, it could. It could. That's my reasoning. Yeah, you know, sounds about right. I think that's my awful, very awful, not really particularly funny, and just extremely morbid jokes aside. Let's continue on here. This segment. Alright. I've got up through here. Head down. And okay, so now this will take us right and then up. Alright, made it through that. And I believe, yes, the wind is done now. So now it's just, no, oh my god, I should have gone back. I guess I'll just meet you guys there, because I did, well, I'm not going that far back, actually. Alright, very nice. Now, we should be at the boss right about now. Yeah, I think... Yeah, okay, we got healing item. Now, I recommend using the throwing anchor for this fight, and I'll see why just in a moment. As you can probably imagine, Propeller Knight's going to be spending quite a bit of time above us, so the throwing anchor ends up being pretty useful. Alright, so he's going to start out the fight just kind of dashing back and forth like this. Not sure if that charge slash hit. As you can see right here, he's going to start sending bombs to attack us. So this is right about the time where you're going to want to start making some use out of that throwing anchor. And luckily for you too, the throwing anchor isn't really a relic you have to really go out of your way to get. Oh my god, no. Damn it. Yeah, that happens right at the end of the fight. I totally forgot about that. But right at the end of the fight, there are holes in the floor, so you gotta be careful of that. Right, let's try this again. Oh boy, alrighty. Alright, there we go. I think it's actually the first boss I've died here, and like how little Rose falls out of this mouth too. Very classy Propeller Knight. Alrighty though, so that is the flying machine down. Now we are about, after the cut's probably like 13 minutes in here, so let's see who we want to tackle next. Alright, well, actually yes, so suppose we don't really have a choice. Oh no, no, it's great. Let's fight this guy now. This is, I believe, the Phantom Strider. I think that's what his name is. Yeah, Phantom Striker. Well, I suppose you have no choice but to be ready. Because this guy can block our flare wand. Alright. Let's see here. I'm pretty good right now. This guy isn't too particularly difficult. Similarly to Baz in some regards. The lightning can be a bit frustrating to deal with, as it can be kind of random at times, but it's a lot more like focused than Baz is. Because the fight in general is a lot more focused than Baz, so in my opinion it does end up being a lot easier to deal with. Honestly, that's my real only issue with the, that's why I kind of struggle with the Baz Knight fight, because it's so unfocused. At least I can't really find much focus in that fight. Alright though, so not too much gold gained for, I guess you probably do gain gold when you kill him, but yeah. So let's head back to town once more. Alright, so that is the music for the armory area. Now, before anything else, we're going to head down to the basement and get the Propeller Knight relic from Chester. Like I said, is my favorite relic. Oh, you also got the one from Plague Knight's level, so might as well buy it. So this will allow you to turn enemies into, well, if you hit an enemy with it, they'll drop more coins, or gold, whatever. Fairly useful, not a huge deal. It's situational, but it's not the worst thing in the world. So, this is the Propeller Dagger. It's basically a dash. Can you see why I like this so much? Yep. Shovel Knight's walking speed isn't super slow or anything, but it's also not super fast. So having an item like this that can increase your dash speed is so nice. Alright, so we'll head back here. I suppose I don't think that gives anything. Real quick, let's actually see what's down here. Man, that guy's sure is a cock, isn't he? Ha, my jokes they're beyond funny. Can't even comprehend the humor of my jokes. You can't. It's impossible. Absolutely impossible. Okay, I'll just stop with that if I got annoyed. So, as before the end of this episode, we'll take on the Frigid Flights. So let's see what this guy has to say real quick. Let's go how to fly. Yes, of course. We have this. So this uses the aesthetics from the Propeller Knight level. We saw that. We fought a Phantom Strider. Kind of saw the icon for that. That's going to be the last knight we take on, as I personally find Propeller Knight to be at least the hardest out of these three. I feel like he probably does have the hardest level in the game. So, I really usually like to take him out last. Like, the reason I said Tinker Knight last episode too is because I personally feel like Tinker Knight is easier than Propeller Knight to deal with. But like I said, Propeller Knight's relic is just so good. I can't live without it. Alright though, so let's continue on through here. And well, I got Carver platform. Alright, so we made it over here this time. Some extra gold, some extra Momo. I am very sorry for that, just kind of an inside joke. Kind of came into my head. I don't know, man. It's just life, you know. Let's see here. Are you serious? What? Really? I thought I was pressing down, but apparently I wasn't. That sucks. Alright, we got up to the secret area up here, I guess. That's nice. Head down. Some extra gold. Getting all the money right now. And I think we may have to switch over to the phase locket right here. No, maybe not. Alright. So we got some extra gold. Not a ton, but I don't know, enough to, I don't know, enough. Well, I think I'm starting to go, a little bit, delusional here. So, I hope you guys got some form of enjoyment out of this episode of Let's Play Shovel Knight. If you did, maybe leave a like, I don't know, maybe something like that. So next episode, we are actually going to take on Propeller Knight. And, well, yeah, so I hope you guys stick around for that. And I'll see you all then. Bye.